Hello, it's CEO here, and today I'll be going over my predictions for the Animal Crossing Direct this Friday. As a longtime Animal Crosser of over 15 years, I'll be sharing my expert opinion on what Nintendo may announce during the October 2021 Animal Crossing Direct. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more expert Animal Crossing videos. First up, we have Brewster. This is pretty much a dead giveaway, as Brewster was on the announcement Nintendo put out announcing the Animal Crossing Direct. This announcement also says, and more. So keep watching to find out what other features Nintendo may be adding to New Horizons in this update. We know that Brewster will have a home in the museum on the second floor, and that he will have a cafe called The Roost that will be open 24/7. In this sneaky screenshot from Nintendo, we can actually see what the Roost will look like inside. From this, we can see where the cafe's entrance will connect to the museum, along with some tables, couches, and chairs for seating, and what appears to be the end of a bar. Brewster always has a bar in his cafe, so we can assume that Brewster will be stationed at the very end of this bar, just out of view in this screenshot. It's also rumored that Brewster will sell gyroids out of his cafe. This info was part of a data mine, but it also makes sense because Brewster had a collection of gyroids behind his cafe bar in Animal Crossing New Leaf. I also found out recently that in Animal Crossing City Folk, if you befriend Brewster, he will store your gyroids for you, and they can really add up. Gyroids are also nowhere to be seen in New Horizons, except for Lloyd and Coco, whose designs are inspired by gyroids. It's very odd that gyroids have been present in every past Animal Crossing game, except in New Horizons. Something I'm certain we will see carry over into the new Roost is the ability to purchase a cup of coffee from Brewster at his bar. This feature has been present in every past iteration of Brewster, so it makes a lot of sense we'll see it return. I'm also 100% certain that we will see the return of the to-go coffee cup. This is my favorite item from New Leaf. You could pick up a to-go coffee from Brewster for 200 bells. And unlike other food items, this to-go coffee cup is able to be held outside, and you can even take sips from it. While in New Horizons, this feature may seem very basic, but in New Leaf, it was revolutionary. The only similar item we have in New Horizons are the boba drinks, as you can take sips from them, just like the to-go coffee cup. So it'd be very easy for Nintendo to add another to-go cup coffee feature, because you already have boba, which is exactly the same thing, just with a different skin. And the boba brings me to my next point. As of October 2021, the only way to get the new food items that were introduced in August 2021, which include the boba drinks, frozen treats, and cotton candy, is to acquire them for the fireworks show, which happened on Sunday nights in August. During these few nights, Red would set up a tent in the plaza and sell raffle tickets. With these tickets, it was possible to win a boba drink, frozen treat, or cotton candy. But with 24 different raffle ticket prizes, it wasn't always guaranteed you would win these new food items from Red. With 24 different raffle ticket prizes, it wasn't always guaranteed you would win a new food item from Red, making these items some of the hardest items in the game to acquire, especially since they only appear Sunday nights in August. Now, before I tell you why I think Brewster will sell boba, frozen treats, and cotton candy in his cafe, let's take a look at what happened last year. The fireworks show in August 2020 introduced balloons, party poppers, pinwheels, tweeters, Uchiwa fans, sparklers, bubble blowers, and fountain fireworks sold by Red as part of his raffle. Once the fireworks season was over, those same items were then added to Nook's Cranny on a rotating basis, so players could purchase them outside of the fireworks season. But this year, we didn't see the addition of boba, cotton candy, or frozen treats to Nook's Cranny after the fireworks season was over. Now, it would make a whole lot of sense for a cafe to sell these food items, rather than have them be added to the cabinet in Nook's Cranny. So I am very, very positive that in addition to the coffee and to-go coffee Brewster will sell in his cafe, he will also offer boba, cotton candy, and frozen treats to cafe goers year-round. Next up, we have Schrunk, our pink, awkward, comedian, creepy axolotl. Now, I guarantee we will see the return of Schrunk, because here we have the secret reaction called the Schrunk Shuffle. The Schrunk Shuffle was a reaction given to players from Schrunk himself in Animal Crossing New Leaf. Schrunk would hang out in Club LOL, Animal Crossing's very own in-game nightclub. During the day, you could go into the club and talk to Schrunk. For one piece of fruit, Schrunk would teach you a new reaction in the form of one of his extremely bad jokes. There were 50 reactions in total that Schrunk could teach you, with the final one, and the best one, being the Schrunk Shuffle. So this is my thinking for how Schrunk could be added into New Horizons. First, we don't need Schrunk to teach us reactions anymore, as our villagers teach them to us for free, aside from the best friend reactions. But there is a secret Schrunk Shuffle reaction that is not yet in the game, as I am demonstrating here. So there must be a way to gain this reaction that's not in the game yet. And this is where Brewster's Cafe and Schrunk will come together to create Schrunk's Comedy Nightclub in the Roost. Since all previous versions of the Roost Cafe that were also located in the museum had a stage in them, we can definitely expect to see a new Roost boasting a brand new HD stage. And this stage is where I see Dr. Schrunk setting up shop to teach us the Schrunk Shuffle, and possibly other dance moves. And since we already have a stage, why not have KK Slider perform there too? In Animal Crossing New Leaf, KK Slider, DJ KK, would DJ weekday nights and was the littest place to be, especially when I was in high school with no Animal Crossing friends. Right now in New Horizons, we only see KK Slider on Saturdays, so he has every weekday already free as a bird. I would love to see the return of DJ KK performing in the Roost. Get your coffee and get turned at the same time, the way it should be. Then on Saturdays, and sometimes Sundays, when KK Slider performs in the plaza, Schrunk could take over and perform one of his bad comedy shows and award players with his Schrunk Shuffle, an excellent trade-off if you ask me. The existence of the secret Schrunk Shuffle reaction, paired with a history of stages and museum-based Roost cafes, along with the fact there is no performance stage to be found in New Horizons anywhere, makes for a very compelling case for the return of Schrunk and how the Roost will be used to not only get coffee, but to create a brand new experience for players in New Horizons. And hopefully, this will draw many Animal Crossing players back to the game who stopped playing. We've talked about Brewster and his plethora of food items he'll be selling. We've talked about Dr. Schrunk and DJ KK performing in the Roost, but we have not talked about the missing villagers. Yes, there are many villagers straight up missing from New Horizons, and we've known this for years. But something has changed, something that directly points to the return of the missing villagers. And that thing is the announcement of the Series 5 Amiibo Cards. So far, we have Series 1 through 4 Amiibo Cards, RV Amiibo Cards, and Sanrio Amiibo Cards. A Series 5 card pack would mean we would finally be able to see all new 8 New Horizons villagers as Amiibo Cards. No longer will you have to spend hundreds of Nook Mile tickets looking for Raymond. With the Series 5 Amiibo card set, we can expect to see Raymond, Judy, Dom, Audi, Sherb, Renee, Megan, and Sid as collectible cards. And with these cards, we can easily then scan them into our games via the campsite, because previously, the only way to get these villagers was from villager hunting, or if your friend had them on their island and was moving out. So the addition of our 8 new villagers as Amiibo cards looks very promising. But why would Nintendo release a whole new Amiibo card set for just 8 villagers? I mean, we do have 4 new NPCs, including Daisy May, Gullivar, Wilbur, and Orville that could be added as Amiibo cards as well. But that's just 12 villagers total. To put that into perspective, Series 1 Amiibo cards contain 100 unique cards, with 17 special characters and 83 villagers. Series 5 could have up to 100 cards, yet we only have 12 perspective options for those spots. This means there are potentially 88 open spots in the Series of 5 Amiibo cards that could be used for brand new villagers, or villagers from old Animal Crossing games that get revived. Here are just a few Animal Crossing villagers we haven't seen since the original Animal Crossing game, Animal Forest. These villagers have such vibrant looks and personalities that would bring so much life and hype back into New Horizons. Imagine Raymond hype all over again. And those are my top 3 predictions for the October 15th, 2021 Animal Crossing Direct from an Animal Crossing expert. Let me know in the comments what you want to see in the Direct this Friday. I'll also be hosting a watch party for the Direct on my Twitch channel at 6:40 a.m. Pacific Standard Time on October 15th. So if you're looking for some fellow Animal Crossers to watch the Direct with, come hang out with us. We'd love to have you. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.